ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय सदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। आनन्दलीलामय विग्रहाय हिमाम्य दिव्य छवि सुंदराय तस्मै महाप्रेमरसप्रदाय चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपीकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। भक्त्या विहीनाय अपराधलक्ष्ये क्षिप्तस्य कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि तं शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। एवरीवन टुगेदर हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। सब लोग तो हिंदी समझते हैं, English? Okay. Vishnu bro, English is high class English. My English is English. It's more Indian oriented English. Achha. So we were celebrating Ram week. Every afternoon we were hearing the glories of Bhagwan Shri Ram, his beautiful pastimes, his beautiful interactions with his associates. And for that reason, he came from his eternal abode, Saket, on this planet Earth, to expand his pastimes and to make his associates relish those pastimes, and seeing his associates relishing those pastimes, extracting bliss in that. That's the only purpose of Ram, Bhagwan Shri Ram, to descend on this planet. But there's one prime purpose, and that is to relish, to taste a special mood which is called the mood of separation. When you separate from your beloved and beloved one, we feel pain in the heart. But in spiritual language, in spiritual world, separation has a great value. And even Lord and his family, that means associates, they're longing to get that separation. The only and only one prime purpose for Lord Ram to descend here is to relish and taste this separation mood, which can't be in eternal abode Saket Dham, which is also true with Krishna. Radha Krishna, they are always together. It's Golok Vrindavan. But separation mood is not there. When they come descend here in Vrindavan, then there is separation mood. What is this separation mood? So we heard until now, until yesterday, how Shri Ram got married to Sita, Lakshman to Urmila, Bharat to Mandavi, and Shatrughan to Shrutakirti. We heard So many details into that. So I have 40 minutes to conclude Ramayana. Until yesterday we heard Lakshman draw one line, Lakshman Rekha, and Ravan came and kidnapped Sita. Sita Devi, who was kidnapped, was Chaya Sita, shadow Sita, not the original Sita. Means not the consort of Ram Sita, but the shadow Sita. Because demons, because demons, they can't touch the associates of Lord. And demigods also, they can't touch the associate of Lord. I was giving an example, just like Brahma, he came and he stole calves and cowherd boys of Krishna, but not the original ones, only the shadow ones. So even Brahma has no right to touch the associates of the Lord. Similarly, demons, they can't. Ravan can't touch Sita Devi. So the Yog Maya potency of the Lord, she manifested a shadow Sita, and Ravan was only able to take away a shadow Sita. Then Jatayu, the bird Jatayu, he saw that Ravan, demon, is taking my goddess Sita. So Jatayu, with his own capacity, he came forth and fought with Ravan. But Ravan is very powerful. Ravan is very powerful. And he cut the wings of Jatayu. Jatayu fell on the ground, lamenting and weeping. Alas, alas, I'm not able to protect my Sita Devi. I can't. But he put his endeavors. This is a great lesson for the practitioners, those who practice bhakti. We can't think of achieving our goal immediately overnight. It takes a lot of practice. And we are in the course of fighting with demonic natures. That means the mode of ignorance, which is demonic in nature. That means lust, anger, greed, envious, all these things. So a sadhaka practitioner tries his best to fight with Ravan. But sometimes one gets conquered over the mind, and many times they get defeated with the mind. When one feels, I conquered my mind, it gives so much happiness. But most of the time, because mind is very powerful, especially when the mind is like a Ravan, like a demon, then it's impossible to conquer. So Jatayu got in a very helpless situation, and Shri Ram in the forest, calling out and search for Sita Devi. Sita, Sita, Sita. O trees, have you seen my Sita? O earth, have you seen my Sita? O plants, O creepers, have you seen my Sita? Crying and weeping, but also a mild smile on the face of Ram, which make Lakshman got bewildered. And Lakshman came to Shri Ram and he said, oh brother, I'm not understanding. It's so bewildering to me that you are crying and weeping in separation from Sita Devi, but you're also having a mild smile on your face. So are you smiling or are you crying? Ram says, Lakshman, you will not understand this. Oh, where is my Sita? Where is my Sita? So what's happening here? Shri Ram is feeling separation from Sita Devi because he don't know which direction Sita has gone. How is that is possible? The Lord who knows everything, who knows what is present in everyone's heart. He knows everything in entire universes, not just one universe. How is possible that Lord Ram is not able to find out which direction the Sita has gone? How is that possible? How Lord can get bewildered? Yes, because of his own potency, Yogamaya. We in the material world, we are in the clutches of Mahamaya. And that's why we are bewildered. We don't know who am I? What is my identity? If I am a body or if I am a soul? It's so bewildering for us. But in spiritual world, with Lord and his associates, there's another potency which works there, that's called Yogamaya, which makes even Lord get bewildered and make him forgetful that you're omniscient, that you know everything and that you're supreme. And why she does this? To enhance the pleasure in expansion of those pastimes. For that reason, the Lord had descended to this planet. To fulfill the purpose of the Lord to come here. Yogamaya, she bewilders Ram, and Ram don't know where my Sita is, which direction I have to move. So along with Lakshman, calling out Sita, Sita, Sita. And Sita, she is Ashok Vatika in Lanka. And she's calling out Ram, Ram, Ram. So what the both are doing? They're tasting that, relishing that separation mood. I already discussed this in some days back. I'm not going to repeat this again. What is this separation mood? It is just like any hot drink, which if get cold, is not palatable anymore. Like an example given, A prem aswadan tapt ikshu charvan mukhe jwala nahay tyajan. Chaitanya Chaitamrita described. Like in India, there's sugarcane juice. When they go to the process of sugarcane, the sugarcane juice, which is so hot, it's given to people to drink. And it's very hot, even like tongue burning. But it's so delicious. When it gets cold, there's no any flavor left anymore in that cold. But when it's hot, it's so much palatable. So this is just like separation mood, which is hot like a sugarcane juice, but is so much relishable, so much. So appears like Ram is crying and Sita Devi is crying, but actually they both are tasting this mood, and that's the reason why they descend here. Because there is no separation in the eternal abode. In Saket Dham there is no separation. They always united together. But they always, Lord needs to relish more and more pastimes. So Ravan and other demons, they are acting as an instrument to make Lord relish this taste of separation. Where is my Sita? Where is my Sita? Where is my Sita? And then they saw Jatayu lamenting and calling Ram, 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 almost about to leave his body. Shri Ram took hold of Jatayu. Jatayu said, Prabhu, I'm so sorry. I offended you. Ram said, Jatayu, how can you say you offended me? Jatayu said, because I'm eager. I can see far distance object. I know which direction this demon Ravan took your Sita. I know. I tried my best to fight with him, but I'm so helpless. He cut my wings and he took Sita Devi on a plane across the ocean to Lanka. So it looks like Jatayu had done nothing, but he did a lot because he gave a direction to Shri Ram to approach Sita Devi. That direction is so important. We also in this world, we know so much, we lost our direction. The GPS is not working properly. We lost our directions. Which directions to move to extract happiness or bliss? Which direction? So we try our best all directions. but it's not giving ultimate happiness and bliss. That direction is very important to know. Jatayu left body on the lap of Shri Ram. I'm not going into details, but there are many details. And Shri Ram, he cremated Jatayu. How fortunate is Jatayu, that bird, who got cremated by the lotus hands of Lord. Just like Bhishma, grandsire Bhishma Pitama, he left his body on the lap of Krishna by adoring the beauty of Krishna. And Krishna performed the cremation of Bhishma Pitama. Just like Shri Haridas Thakur, he left his body on the lap of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu performed the Samadhi ceremony of Haridas Thakur with his own hands. Similarly, in the pastime of Lord Ram, Jatayu got cremated by Lord himself. How fortunate is Jatayu? So now, Shri Ram got a direction, but how to approach, how to reach there. So, cutting short story, he met Hanuman, who was waiting for Lord Ram. And who is Hanuman? His Rudra avatar, means Shiva. Shiva is serving Ram. And on the other side, Shri Ram established Shiva Linga and worshipping Shiva Linga in Rameshwaram. But Shiva as Hanuman, and also in Krishna Leela as Bhishma, Bhima, serving Krishna. So Mahadev is present in all the pastimes of the Lord. All pastimes. If anyone offends Shiva, can't get bhakti of the Lord. But if anyone worships Shiva with proper understanding, with maturity, can immediately progress in bhakti. Because the word Shiva itself means auspiciousness, who participated in all the pastimes of the Lord, Ram, Krishna, Mahaprabhu, everywhere. The presence of Shiva is there. So, Hanuman started serving Lord Ram, paid obeisances to Ram, and was waiting for Shri Ram to come. Shri Ram gave very loving embrace to Hanuman. But Hanuman always feeling that I am your Das. Then Hanuman asked for some help for Sugriv. Sugriv's wife was kidnapped by his own brother, Bali. So Shri Ram, he killed Bali. Hiding behind a tree, killed Bali. Why not in front of? Because Bali has this boon, whoever going to come in front of me in war, I'll get the 50% of his strength in me. And for that reason, Bali was so strong, but he misused that quality. He was that strong that he took Ravan in his armpit and he moved around the universe. That strong Bali. But because of his offense towards Sugriv, he kidnapped his own brother's wife. And Sugriv approached Ram for help. And Shri Ram also related his own story. My wife is also got kidnapped. So I must help you. So Shri Ram killed Bali. There was no one else who would have killed Bali. Shri Ram did this. And then Sugriv said, now I'm going to help you. But when Sugriv got his wife back, he got so much engaged in enjoying. That made Lakshman very upset. You forgot your promise. Shri Ram was quiet, but Lakshman, he came in the palace of Sugriv and warned him. Sugriv, you're offending Prabhu. You're offending my brother Ram. You forget your promise. Moment you got your wife back, you got so much indulged in sense gratification. That's not proper. And then Sugriv got his eyes opened, asked forgiveness, and he collected army of monkeys. I'm going very fast. Monkeys, and they wanted to help Ram, who is wanting who's helping Ram? All the monkeys. And one bear. Who was he? Jamwan. So Shri Ram is expressing that I am helpless. I have to cross Lanka. I have to cross the ocean to go to Lanka, and I need your help. Is it appropriate? Lord seeking help from his devotees? Is the devotees always seek help from the Lord? But in this case, vice versa. This is called relishing the pastimes. How I can go Lanka? What strategies? So Sugriv was very expert. And he gave one hint to Ram. Prabhu, we should send some messengers first. We should send some messengers first to have some peace. So who's going to go there? Who's going to cross the ocean? Shri Ram said, I can't cross the ocean. Then Angad, the son of Bali, he said, I can go as a messenger. So Angad, he flew over ocean, he came to Lanka, and the news spreading everywhere in the Lanka that a messenger from the other party has arrived for some message. Ravan understood this as a submission message, means he is here to surrender. So many dialogues there, but coming to the main point, in the palace when Ravan was sitting on a high throne and all his ministers were sitting there, Angad was also there. Angad said, I am servant of my Prabhu Ram. Ravan said, that Vanavasi, one who dwell in forest, ordinary human being, he think he collect the army of monkeys and he can have war with me and can conquer me. Such foolish idea. You and your master, they both are foolish. But by the way, who are you? Angad said, if you come to know about me, you will be trembling. Ravan said, no way. Just tell me, who are you? He said, oh, have you heard of the name Bali? And Ravan started trembling. He started trembling. He said, well, I don't remember. Which Bali? Angad said, oh, really? You don't understand? You don't remember which Bali? That same Bali who took you in his armpit and he took you all over the universe. You remember that Bali? Hey, yeah, well, something, yeah. I'm remembering something happened like that. So what it has to do with Bali? He said, I'm son of that Bali. And I know the glories of my father. Ravan said, then you are a traitor. You betraying. It's not proper. You taking the side of that person who killed your father, you come to my side. And we will together will fight against, we will take revenge. Angad said, oh Ravan, you are so foolish. How dare you can call me foolish? You are in my palace. Angad said, Ravan, I, on behalf of my Lord, my Master, even though I didn't got permission from him, but I declare, you think my Master, my Ram is less? You don't know his potency. He is Supreme Lord. You can't win over him. But on his behalf, I'm telling you straight, even after committing such heinous offense, if you go and ask forgiveness from my Lord, he is compassionate. He will forgive you for this offense. I'm speaking this boldly on behalf of my master. Ravan said, you are also a monkey. You don't know my potency. Angad said, well, I want to say you don't know my potency. And I challenge right in front of you. that I'm going to place my feet here. You can call any of your minister or your son or brother, and I challenge, if anyone can just raise my foot, we will all surrender to you. My master will surrender to you. My Ram will surrender to you. Such a big challenge he threw on Ravan. Ravan said, okay, that's a sign of victory. So Angad, he placed his foot there, and he called upon his great wrestlers and his ministers, everyone, very powerful demons, who came to try and lift one foot of Angad, and they're all helpless. They fell on the ground. They were not able to even lift that 1 feet of Angad. Yeah. Everyone came, but then Ravan came in the last, and he tried to catch or touch the feet of Angad, and Angad immediately he lifted his feet. He said, no, if you want to touch the feet, then touch the feet of my master. You are not allowed to touch my feet. You're not allowed. So that was a message to show, if a servant can do this, imagine how powerful is my master. So again, cut short, Angad came back and then Ravan also sent some messengers to find out what is their strategies. Those 2 messengers from Ravan camp, they disguised themselves as monkeys, and they disguised as a monkey and in the army of the monkeys. No one was able to understand who are these 2. But when Hanuman came forward and Hanuman saw these 2, immediately Hanuman scanned them and said, who are you guys? I've never seen you before. They can't hide their form anymore, and they became demons. Hanuman arrested them and brought right in front of Lord Ram and Vibhishan and Sugriv, where all ministers were sitting together and were planning how we are going to attack tomorrow. In this way, Hanuman threw them. Where he threw? At the lotus feet of Ram. He said, Prabhu, they have seen everything, they heard everything. I'm going to kill them. I'm going to kill them. Shri Ram smiled. Said, Hanuman, can you see where are they placed? They are at my feet. And this is my sankalpa, my vow. Sakat eva papanayas taya sumita yachate. If anyone who surrendered to me, I become the protector of that person. They have surrendered to my feet. I'm not going to leave them. They are under my shelter. Now no one can kill them. Shri Ram, with such sweet words, he addressed to the messengers. He said, Hanuman, we have to glorify these messengers of Ravan. They have taken risk of their life to come in the enemy camp to report to their master. We should glorify them for their courage and for their endeavors. So, oh messengers, whatever it is you have seen or heard, go and report to your master. In this way, you get the result of serving your master. Go. No one is going to harm you. This is my promise. When those messengers, the demons, when they heard this, they start crying. They said, oh, we heard the glories of Ram, but today we have seen with our own eyes. How merciful, how compassionate he is. Such big heart Ram possesses. And in this way they said, no, we don't want to leave you. We want to be in your army. Shri Ram said, no, that's transgression of Maryada. So what to speak of Maryada? Towards his father, towards brothers, his wife, and as a king, but also Maryada towards even a small tiny messengers coming from the enemy camp from Ravan. So much Maryada there. When these messengers came to Ravan, they said, Shri Ram is so glorious. And Ravan became so upset. How dare you address my enemy as Shri Ram? Those messengers said, because he is worthy of praise. He is worthy of praise. We have seen. We have seen with our eyes. He is so glorious. Ravan said, get out from here. I'm going to kill you. Once upon a time, Ravan and Mandodari, his beautiful wife, so chaste and always surrendered to Ravan and always giving good ideas and guidance to Ravan. Therefore, in wedding ceremony, in Vaishnava culture wedding ceremony, the priest always recites some chaste and divine couples to make a knot between bride and groom. You know? So amongst calling the names of those couples, like Sita Ram, Radha Krishna, Devhuti Kardam, there are many names. Then also there is name of Mandodari and Ravan. Not because of Ravan, but because of Mandodari. She warned many times, don't fight with Ram. I know very well he's not ordinary human being. Ravan said, Mandodari, you don't believe my strength? You not heard my glories? Mandodari said, please give up your stubborn nature. Please give up your stubborn nature. Many times Mandodari warned Ravan. And once upon a time, Ravan was with his wife sitting on the throne, and there was some dance party was going on. Ravan was relishing this. So Vibhishan, he gave one idea to Ram. We should alert the enemy. We should alert him that you are here. So how Shri Ram made Ravan alert? He shot one arrow. That arrow took the earrings of Mandodari, and the crown of Ravan fell on the ground with just one arrow. 2 earrings of Mandodari and the crown fell on the ground. And Ravan, what is this? Who is this? Mandodari smiled. I'm not able to touch the transcendental body of Shri Ram, but at least his arrow has touched me. She got ecstasies just by touch of the arrow of Ram, because she's dedicated. Once upon a time, Mandodari, when Shri Ram already crossed the ocean, so I already crossed the story of crossing the ocean because 10 minutes left now. Once upon a time, Shri Ram was sitting and Mandodari came to see Ram without telling anyone else, hiding secretly. She wanted to see how Ram looked like, because she heard a lot. From whom she heard? From Vibhishan, and also from Kumbhakaran, because even Kumbhakaran, who was huge body, we all know the glories of Kumbhakaran, always sleeping, because he got this boon from Saraswati, Nidra Asana. He got Nidra Asana, means Nidra Devi very much merciful on him, always sleeping. So when Ravan called upon Kumbhakaran to go and kill Ram, Kumbhakaran, when he was fighting with Shri Ram, when Ram killed Kumbhakaran very fast, Ram killed Kumbhakaran, Kumbhakaran came to report to Ravan, brother, I'm telling you honestly, if I get killed in the battlefield, then what everyone is advising you must follow that. I believe Ram is Supreme Lord. Is not ordinary human being as you thinking. Kumbhakaran, how dare you can say this? And Kumbhakaran died. Then same thing. Even Indrajit, Meghnath, the son of Ravan, nobody can kill him. Nobody can kill him means he got so many divine weapons and wounds. And only that person can kill him who have fasted for 14 years and never slept for 14 years. Who can fast 14 years? And who can survive without sleeping for 14 years? It was only Lakshman. So Lakshman, he killed Meghnath, means Indrajit. But Indrajit also told and gave alert to his father Ravan. Believe me, he's not ordinary. So Mandodari heard this a lot from his son, from her son, from Kumbhakaran, and also Vibhishan already rejected Ravan. So Mandodari wanted to see Shri Ram. Shri Ram was sitting. Mandodari came from behind, and Shri Ram saw a shadow, a female shadow. And immediately Ram stood up and turned around, touched the feet. Who are you, mother? Without even seeing Mandodari. Without even seeing her, Mandodari was so beautiful. Her name is Mandodari. Mand means slender and Udar means waist. Slender waist, Mandodari. Ram just saw a shadow of a woman and immediately stood up and turned around without even looking, glancing, touching the feet of that shadow. And addressed, who are you, mother? Mandodari said, I am Mandodari. Ram had melted and he paid obeisances to Mandodari. So much Maryada. So much Maryada. She said, I just came to see how you look like. I heard your glories a lot, but I also wanted to see you. When Mandodari came back, the great ministers of Lanka, they asked, this question was being asked to Mandodari. What is the difference between Ram and Ravan? They both are powerful. So what is the difference, Mandodari? Oh queen, can you describe? She said, there's a gulf of difference. They said, no. Our king Ravan is so great and very powerful. And he's just ordinary human being. If he is Lord, why can't just cross the ocean and have war with us? Why is collecting the army of monkeys and can't cross the ocean? And we heard he threw the stones. And the stones start floating on the ocean. This is just a magic. This is just a magic. Nothing else. Mandodari gave a comment there. She said, you know what's the difference? Just when Ram, he saw my shadow, not just me, but just my shadow. He addressed me as mother, Mata. Whereas my husband, Ravan, being with me, he's lusty for others' wife. This is a difference. This is a difference. How much Ram respect and how much disrespect my husband Ravan is giving. Even though I'm warning him many times, he's not listening. But still, I'm helpless because I'm dedicated to him. It's my duty to always warn him and to help him. You know? That was a comment of Mandodari. In this way, gradually, everyone was getting killed by Ram and Lakshman. And I'm not even touching that pastime, which is so emotional and very elaborate. When Lakshman got fainted, that's very, very emotional pastime. I have 4 minutes left. More than speaking the glories of Ram, my eyes goes to the watch, the clock. to respect, to Maryada for the temple and the Arati of Lord Ram. And in this way, Shri Ram, after killing Kumbhakaran, Indrajit and many other demons, with the help and support of Vibhishan, then come Ravan, who has 10 heads. You know, if we take some decision with 1 head, and if we take decision with 10 heads, it will make a lot of difference. Even with 10 heads, he was not able to understand the glories of Ram, how foolish Ravan is. But In those days, the trend and the style of war is they start after sunrise and they end before sunset. Once upon a time when Ram was fighting with Ravan, he addressed to Lakshman and said, Lakshman, I don't know why, I am feeling so much pleasure by fighting with Ravan. It feels like he's my servant from birth and birth. Which is true, because who is Ravan? He's Jai Vijay, the doorkeepers of Vaikuntha. Shri Ram, because he's right now, he's bewildered with Yog Maya. But he expressed to Lakshman, I don't know why, I'm fighting with him, but I'm feeling so much pleasure. Seems like he's my servant from life. But anyhow, Shri Ram, he shoot arrow on all those heads, thrown away, and gave oblations to the 10 directions. One head, each head was given to each direction. There are 10 directions. And finally, Shri Ram, he killed Ravan. When Shri Ram killed Ravan, all the demigods, they showered flowers from Shri Ram. So, Bola Siyavar Ramachandra Ki. The burden of the earth, Ravan got killed. Then Shri Ram, following the Maryada, he asked Vibhishan and Lakshman to go and pay obeisances to Ravan, because he was a very powerful warrior. We should respect him, because he was also aware of familiar with the Vedas, and he is a very powerful warrior. Vibhishan came, and the cremation of Ravan was being done by Vibhishan. And in this way, when Ravan got killed, Shri Ram, remembering Bharat, his brother, the promise he gave that after 14 years, I'm going to come immediately. But if you walk back, so it's a test. If you see Google, just Google map. If you walk from Rameshwaram to Ayodhya, just Google it. Not by car, by walking. It will show exactly 21 days. Somebody was showing me this. If you walk, it takes 21 days. So Shri Ram, he took the Pushpak Vahan, the airplane of Ravan. Just like Bhagwan Nrsimhadev, he sat on the asana of Hiranyakashipu. Because Hiranyakashipu is servant, Jai Vijay. Shri Ram also, he took the Vahan, the plane of Ravan, and he came back to Ayodhya to fulfill the promise he gave to Bharat. And welcome, Ram got welcomed there, and they celebrated what? Deepavali. It's not the first time they celebrate Deepavali. Whenever Shri Ram came back to Ayodhya, they celebrate Ravan with those ghee lamps as Deepavali. But as a matter of sadness and sorrow, that nowadays in the society, even though everyone they follow Diwali, which is the occasion and the event of Shri Ram coming back. But there are many details into it, I have no time. So let's say Shri Ram came back on Deepavali, yes? On Diwali. But how many people, Indian families, they worship Sita Ram on the day of Diwali? The event is for Ram, but no one worship Ram. They worship Lakshmi and Ganesha. What is the? It's a contrast. What is the relation of Lakshmi and Ganesha? And what is the event of Diwali? Just think of this. The event is for Sita Ram to come back. Let's say this, which is also another story. But let's say, everyone say, Shri Ram came back after killing Ravan. But who worships Sita Ram? No one worships Sita Ram. They only worship Ganesh and Lakshmi. What is the relation of Ganesh and Lakshmi? I don't understand. And the event is for Ram. Imagine if the event is Ram Navami here in this temple and we are doing Abhishek of Krishna here. The event is Ram. So we should worship Sita Ram or Radha Krishna on Deepavali, on Diwali. That's ideal and proper worship. Otherwise, you're neglecting and we are offending Ram because the event is of Ram. not Ganesha. He didn't came back from anywhere. So, Shri Ram came back Ayodhya, fulfilled the promise of his brother Bharat, and great celebration was performed there. And now is the time to give farewell to everyone. Shri Ram said, Vibhishan, you have to go back to Lanka. Very emotional stories there. Vibhishan said, no way, I don't want Lanka. Shri Ram was giving pad, means post. Post in Hindi called pad. Vibhishan got pad. What pad? Post, the king of Lanka. Even though Vibhishan didn't want this, but Shri Ram told him, country without king is not safe, so you go to Lanka. He said, I don't want to give your association. Then Lord, I think my time is over. I'm getting indications from every corner. Just 2 more minutes to end up this here. Then Shri Ram, क्या बोल रहा था मैं? हाँ, उनको पद दे रहे हैं, post दे रहे हैं, giving post. Even though Vibhishan didn't want him to leave, but Shri Ram said, I'm going to glance over your kingdom and will protect your kingdom. So in Srirangam, Shri Ranganath Swami, even though Lord is always facing east, but in Srirangam the Lord is facing south. Why? To protect Lanka. And this is the history, Shri Ranganath temple history. Every day Vibhishan comes from Lanka to worship Shri Ranganath. Every day. So general people can't see him, but it happened some years back. A pure devotee of Shri Ranganath, when he was in the morning, early morning, when he was worshipping Shri Ranganath, he saw Vibhishan came there. And Vibhishan told him, never reveal this to anyone. Never. I come every day to worship Shri Ranganath. That beautiful, huge deity of Shri Ranganath Swami was also worshipped by Shri Ram. Shri Ram used to worship that, Shri Ranganath Swami, in Shri Rangam. Such powerful. So Vibhishan got farewell, he got. Sugriv, you go, become king of, he also got this pad. Which pad? Kaun sa tha? Kishkinda, king of Kishkinda. So everyone was given farewell. And when they looked towards Hanuman, he started nodding his head. Don't even look here. Because I don't have wife, I don't have children, I don't have family. Everyone got 1 pad, I got 2 pad. Pad means post. Everyone got 1 pad. सबको 1 पद मिला, मेरे को तो पहले से 2 पद मिल गए. कौन से 2 पद मिले? श्री राम जी के 2 चरण कमल. I got 2 pad, not 1. I'm not going to leave this lotus feet of yours. So don't even try to look here. Then Sita Devi, she gave her necklace, and Hanuman started cutting those with his teeth and throwing away. And Vibhishan said, you're offending Sita Devi by doing this. Very fast. And Hanuman, she said, no, I was checking if Sita Ram is present in those diamonds. So these are just stones for me, if Sita Ram is not present. So Vibhishan ji said, that means Sita Ram is also in your heart? He said, yes, I always keep Sita Ram in my heart. So prove this. And that was been proven by Hanuman by tear apart his chest. And what everyone saw was amazing. Sita Ram in the heart of Hanuman. Bolo Siyavar Ramachandra ki. Happy ending. So here we conclude some glimpse of, can say, index of Ram Leela, Ram Katha. Otherwise, it's very detailed, as you all know. Thank you so much, Shri Govindji Gaudiya Math, the servants of Shri Govindji Gaudiya Math, and all the audience and respected guests. With your kind presence, we are able to celebrate this Ram Katha for 7 days here. Hare Krishna.